One famous phrase that many of us know, we reap what we sow. Sometimes, depending on the scenario. When sin is involved, it's true that what goes around comes around, and will thus reap a bitter harvest. But in the fascinating world of farming, the sow to reap phrase has more phases. Unless a farm is really small, there is typically more than just one person handling the various duties from seed time to harvest. One hireling starts by soil plowing. The next may do the seed sowing. Another is tasked with the watering. All participate in watching and waiting. And then there is the harvesting. Many find it interesting that the stages of soul winning mirror the world of farming. We can simply change the first line of this slide and the rest is the same. A missionary starts by soil plowing. The next may do the seed sowing. Another is tasked with the watering. All participate in watching and waiting, and then there is the harvesting. Similar to the farm process, seeds get planted in minds in a very spiritual sense. We may later reap what others have already sown, or others may later reap what we have already sown. Not having the responsibility of fulfilling every role from start to finish is a great relief to many, except for the pseudo-missionary who wants to receive all the glory, and so begins to plow, then plant, then water, then watch, then harvest. Did you notice what was missing? The waiting. Both the waiting for heavenly guidance before the cultivation and the patient waiting that comes with watching. There, for that poor, deceived soul, the only type of waiting is the waiting for applause. Another type of pseudo-missionary is content to fill just one role in the phases of spiritual farming, as long as it's the coveted role of harvesting. For it seems that harvesters are reaping what they've sown, so it may look like harvesters have been doing all the work. But, as we've just seen in farm life, that isn't necessarily so. This whole topic came to mind when a good friend of mine mentioned that I'll let her tell the story.
I was talking with my son about feeling like I wasn't doing exactly what God wanted me to do. I was saying to him, I wonder, am I doing enough to help you? Should I be giving you more information or trying to guide you more? Because I didn't want to lose any opportunities to be a blessing. My son said, Mom, you are doing exactly what you should be doing. It was then that I realized God was showing me that some are seed sowers, some are the waterers, some are the harvesters, and that I don't have to be all of those.
Can you relate to parts of that story? I certainly can. I've often felt like I had to do every single phase, not remembering that God can indeed do every single phase without one single person's help. It's just that He lovingly gives us the joy of faithfully being a help. And the Holy Spirit does a marvelous job of comforting and convicting. He doesn't need us to do anything. But again, we're given the privilege of being part of the soul-winning process. So this video is for encouragement. We need not stress ourselves out by trying to be something we're not. Be who you've been made to be. Do what you've been made to do. Go where you've been led to go. Say what you've been impressed to say. If you don't yet know, just ask God to show you. Be ever so willing, but please don't forget the important step of waiting.